Good afternoon, or I guess it's morning here. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. I hope that you all have had a wonderful start to your new year and that you're getting settled in. Um, we are definitely having a rainy January here in Portland. So this morning we're going to start looking at a whole new series that Pastor David started on Sunday. It's from this book called The Passionate Jesus. And it really explores the humanity of Jesus and the parts of where he also felt love and fear and grief and joy and how do we live authentically. And as often happens when something like this comes up, is a lot of other things in my life start showing up. And so with the same theme. And so interestingly enough, I follow Richard Rohr. He's the founder of the Center for Action and Contemplation in New Mexico. And his meditations in the morning have really talked about this idea of Jesus being both fully human and fully divine. And so I just wanted to read a couple things to you, and then we'll settle into our contemplative time together. So in today's reading, it said, we need a contemplative, non-dual mind to accept or even have an elementary understanding of what is meant by Jesus being fully human and fully divine at the same time. Western Christianity has tended to overemphasize his divinity, and we thus lost sight of how Jesus holds these two together. When we couldn't put this paradox together in Jesus, we couldn't put this paradox together in the same truth about ourselves and others. So we too are a paradox or a seeming contradiction that's not actually a contradiction at all. Yet we end up being only human and Jesus ends up being only divine or only God, and we miss the point. So what I liked about that is a reminder that it seems like a paradox to be fully human and fully divine. And that's the nature of Jesus. That's also our nature. And remembering that is what having a contemplative practice is all about. It's helping us get out of that either or mentality and really being in that place of understanding that we're both. And so just as Jesus was divine and human, we are too. And I think that's an important thing to remember. Yesterday's actually had a little quote that said, we are not so much human beings trying to be spiritual. We're already inherently spiritual beings, and our job is learning how to be good humans. And I like that. I believe that's why Jesus came as a human being, not to teach us how to go to heaven, but to teach us how to be a fully alive human being here on earth. And I know that may be hard for some people to grasp or understand, but it puts things in perspective for me. And so that's why I wanted to share it. And I find, so as we talk today and as our contemplative time together is around this idea of authenticity, the beginning or the base of being authentic is really understanding our true nature. And our true nature is that we are fully human and we're fully divine, just like Jesus. So let's just take a few moments to settle in and just see what experience we can have together this morning as we take time to connect and recognize and connect with that part of ourselves and just being authentic with where we're at. So I invite you to close or lower your eyes. And we are going to take 3 deep breaths together, starting from empty. Breathing in. And let it out with a sigh. And again. And one more time. And just allow your breathing to return to its own natural rhythm, whatever that is for you. And take a moment to notice if there is anything in your body that is holding tension right now. And if so, just invite that part of you to relax. If your shoulders are up by your ears, just gently roll them down and back. If you notice that you're holding your legs tight or your stomach tight, or between your eyes you've got, you're feeling tension, I invite you to just allow and breathe into all those areas and just invite them to relax. Allow the chair or the floor to support you. Know that in this moment, there is nothing but the now. Everything that came before is in the past. Everything that comes later is in the future. And all we have is this moment right here, right now. So I shared some things earlier that may have brought up some thoughts or feelings for you. Notice how you feel when I bring up this idea of that you are fully human and fully divine, just like Jesus. Is there a part of you that resists that? Is there a part of you that embraces it? Just notice, and notice where that is in your body. Part of understanding or living an authentic life and being authentic is to acknowledge and love all parts of ourselves. And it starts with acknowledging and being curious around this idea of the humanity of Jesus. Being curious about your own divinity. The parts that are easy that we sometimes skip over because we do. We think of Jesus as only God, only divine, and we think of ourselves as being only human. What does it feel like, authentically feel like, to just sit with the idea, to embrace the idea that you are fully human and fully divine, just like Jesus was also fully human, fully divine. And it's totally okay and natural that maybe some uncomfortable feelings might come up. Or there may be some thoughts of, that's not possible. Or I don't even believe that. And that's okay. You don't have to fully believe it, to kind of hold the two and just see what it feels like. And remember to keep breathing. So let's expand this idea of authenticity further. What does it mean to live an authentic life? What does it mean to have the value of authenticity? What does that look like in your life? Does it mean when someone says, "Hi, how are you?" Do you answer, "I'm fine," or "Good, great, how are you?" Even if your heart is breaking? Do we actually authentically share with people and are vulnerable with where we really are, what's really going on for us? It's one of the things I absolutely love about this group is that people are vulnerable and they do share authentically. But do we do that? How often do we do that? How easy is it to brush over and to tell someone what they want to hear versus how we really are? How easy is it for you to share? I feel hurt. I feel angry. I'm in grief. I'm having a hard day. I'm sad. I'm feeling mischievous. I'm feeling playful. My life is wonderful. I'm so grateful for how wonderful my life is. That is the wide range of feelings. And we can feel each one of them multiple times during a day. I feel nervous. I feel depressed. I feel anxious. I feel disheartened. I feel happy. I feel alive. So I just want you to notice in this moment, how are you authentically feeling? And whatever comes up, just be with that and be okay with it. It's all right to feel angry. It's okay to feel grief, and it's okay to be happy. Whatever comes up for you in this moment is perfect. How are you authentically feeling? Let's take a big breath in together. Let it out. Are you willing to live more authentically? Are you willing, one time today, if someone were to ask you, how are you, to authentically tell them in that moment how you are? Are you willing to be vulnerable and get in touch yourself with exactly how you're feeling in each moment and be real and authentic with yourself, understanding and knowing that you are fully human and this wide, wonderful range of human feelings and emotions are perfect, are exactly wherever you're at is exactly where you're at. Nothing to change, nothing to try to be different. That's authenticity. That's being authentic. And that part of you that is fully human, recognizing and honoring too that you are fully divine, made in the image and likeness of God. So I want to read this one quote to you again while you're in this place and see where it lands and see what authentically comes up for you. We are not so much human beings trying to become spiritual. We're already inherently spiritual beings And our job is learning how to be good humans. I believe that's why Jesus came as a human being, not to teach us how to go to heaven, but to teach us how to be fully alive human beings here on earth. May you go out and have a blessed week being a fully alive human being. Blessings.